Hey everyone, sorry it's been a while. I had um cam camera stuff that I need to real, but I'm back and I'm doing what I wanted to do for a while, which I wanted to set 3 Eugene, but now it's set 4 Eugene. Obviously, we start with the dry deck first. We have Double Gun Dust Storm Bard. This is when he's rolled upon. You draw one. If you're going second. Then we have the gray one. Gunning of Dust Storm Nigel. Only one right, so the only part you care about is when he's rolled upon by casting the bullet of Dust Storm Randor, you soul charge one, just building your soul. But that's kind of important. So yeah. Then we have Cosmic Bullet of Dust Storm Randor. When he's rolled by Heavy Artillery Dust Storm Eugene, draw a card and choose one card from your drop zone, put in your soul. Pretty much, drawing cards and filling your soul pretty good. There's another ability you can use, and it's a little more easier now. When this unit attacks, if your opponent has 2 or less rear guards, count plus 1 soul charge 1, and it gets 5k for the battle. Because now we only run one card, well 4 copies of that actually costs counterblast. We can actually risk using this a little more. So that's actually quite useful. And also, because if you guys know, this is their Pure Light deck, which I will make a bunch of that probably upload next week. It can prison from soul, so having extra soul can help. And then our main boy, which I'm hoping Set 6 has in a new form, Heavy Artillery of Dust Storm Eugene. We know him. He's our boy. First ability, rest 2 rear guards. Choose one opponent's rear guards, retire it. And he gets 10 turns. Field control, and he gets powered up. It's pretty awesome. Then the second ability you really use, it's more of an emergency button, if you know what I'm trying to say. So if your opponent's rear was retired turn, you can soul as 5 and equal the number of open circles they have. Look at the top card of your deck. You may call any number to them, and the rest go to your soul. So yeah, because it's soul plus 5 and it's gambling, really gambly. So you will only really use it when it's the only good option to fill your field. So yeah. Now go to grade 3s. Run three more Eugene, because Persona Ride is just really good. And our other grade 3 is we run 4 Tri-Bash. Simple. When your Vanguard attacks, if your opponent has 2 or less rear guards, the result in your Vanguard is a crit until that battle. Crit pressure. I know some people are cutting either less copies or entirely for Orlando. Orlando was good in set 3 meta in my opinion, but the crit. But there's other cards you want to run over Orlando, and I'll get to them when we talk about it. This just gets you crit over power, and crit is really good. It's true Orlando can call himself, but yeah, just crit. Crit is good. Helps finish games and win faster. Yeah, those are our grade 3s. Now go to our grade 2s. We're still running Hauser of Duststorm. Oh wait. Actually, you guys didn't see it. Well, this is our first trip using Triple. We're in Dustin. Hey, I never played Master in Jira, but he's pretty much Midland D for his second ability, which we'll get to. But first, when he's placed on rear guard, if your Vanguard is Eugene, put a card from your hand into your soul, draw a card, choose one opponent's grade 2 or grade rearguards and retired. So pretty much, it's a free pop. Free retire. Which is pretty good. And then when he says attack, he can still +1 and he gets 2k for each battle for each of your opponent's open circles. So that's the movie that he cuts Counter Blast, but still, like, this gain power for every open circle really helps get your, if you gets your big power columns and if you combine. So if let's say you can try, if you try to get a trigger and put it on him, it can possibly just win the game because of how big he can get. So yeah. And then we're still running for Strong Fortress riding Jibarachio. He's just really good. If your runner is Eugene, Soul+1 and rest itself to choose one opponent's rearguards or retire. Just pretty awesome. And then at the beginning of your battle phase, runs one of those rearguards, standing and gets 5k. So restander. Pretty good. So you can use Eugene's cost or use its ability to retire. And if there's one of those rearguards, you can just restand it for a 15k beater. That's just really good. And the one new card we're running is, for grade 2 lineup, is Twin Bullet of Duststorm Travis. He is act once per turn. If your opponent's rearguard was retired this turn, you can count +1. You soul charge 1. Choose one opponent's rearguards, retire it, and he gets 10k per turn. So it's the same power as Dustin, which is good. Just big beaters. Also, no, it's a retire, and you can soul charge to fill our soul costs because we have a relevant soul cost. We have Jibarachio and Dustin, which helps use those. And if you want, you can use it for Soul +5 as well. Yeah. Then the only other new card we have is one of our only grade 1s is Strong Sharp Dragon Guy's Fort, which is always in the back row circle. When our opponent's rear is retired, you can stand him and get 2k. So he's pretty much a rest target for Eugene's retire skill, which is really good. And because of this really easy retire and this just easy restander, just there's not really much room for Orlando. Like I said, Orlando's good. He's really good in set 3 meta, but set 4, I don't like him as much. He may return, but no, but I really don't like him. Then we'll run our Twin Buckle Dragon, our really good Perfect Guard, but if you have one of those cards in your hand, when it's placed in Guardian Circle, you don't have to discover the cost, which is really good, especially in some games. And now we have our triggers. We have our over trigger, which we all know what triggers do, but our additional effect is standard Vanguard. So extra Vanguard attack, pretty good. And then we run our effect crits. At the end of battle, this unit boosted. Put him in the soul. Choose one of your opponent's units, and it gets 2k to the end of turn. That's pretty good. Just powering up. The power isn't the biggest, but it's still good. And again, soul helps. So I don't use that much, but there's been times where I had to use it. Then we run for Vanilla Crab. I run the Thunder Dragon over the Blade Wing because I love me some of my dragons. Then we run 3 we cut our fronts for the draws. with this new draw. It's pretty much the same as the front, getting extra package shield, except it's a draw. The reason why is because I did some thinking, and for those rare opportunities where I have two tri-bats in the front row, the fronts are dead. So, and also getting card advantage is really good because we have an insane card advantage in this deck now when we get to a certain card, which everyone knows about, but I'm gonna talk about it. Then we have our heal triggers. Dino over Blazeman because we love my dragons and big reptilian stuff. Well, it's a Dino dragon, so technically it's a dragon. Then our final card, which is in our order slot, which is one of the best cards Eugene has. Best Harvest. It doesn't have a cost, so that's good. Choose one of your vanguards on turn to get. When your opponent's vanguards retard during your main phase, you draw a card. So, it replaces itself if you just retire one. You retire 2 plus 1. So pretty much, if they have a full field, and you retire everything, that's plus 4 cards in your hand. Because first retire replaces itself, then you draw 4 more, which is crazy. Crazy card advantage. So you can easily guard almost every attack now. So, yeah, like that's it, everyone. Sorry for the delay, because I said camera stuff. Hope you guys like this. And I should have my Pure Light April for next week. So see you guys later.